Alright, we're asked to solve the equation for x. X is kind of hard to get to there, and most people don't like solving equations when there's fractions involved, so we're going to clear this equation of fractions, and as long as we do the same thing on each side of the equal sign, we can do pretty much whatever we like. So in order to do that, I'm going to look for the least common denominator of 8 and 11, which is going to be 88, and I'm going to write up here, so I need to cover up part of that. Alright, so if I multiply each side of the equation by 88, we'll be able to get rid of these denominators. So I'll put an 88 up here, and I'll put an 88 up here. Alright, let me slide this down a little, make sure it's on everyone's screen. There we go. And I've explained in more detail in another video that introduces this, how I'm using this shorthand, but this is really 88 over 1 times everything on this side, and this is 88 over 1 times everything on this side. But the shorthand that I use is easier to read. 8 goes into 8 once, 8 goes into 88 11 times. 11 times 6 is 66. And then all I need is my black pen. This parentheses with the difference of x and 2 just drops down. Okay. Things inside the parentheses are protected in a sense. Okay, and now here we're going to reduce. 11 goes into 11 once. 11 goes into 88. 8 times. And 8 times 3 is 24. And our parentheses again just drop down. And good old equal sign. Alright. What we have written here describes the exact relationship that we have here. It just looks a lot different and probably a lot easier to read. Alright. So we've gotten rid of our fractions. Well, I should say we've gotten rid of our denominators. So let's solve it. You need to get rid of your parentheses, so use distributive property. Send that 6 in. This gives us, send the 66 in. So that's 66x, and I'll just bring down my minus. Let's do it all with one color. Then we have 2 times that 66, 120, 132. Bring down your equal sign. And distribute your 24. So that's a 24x, and 5 times 20 is 100. 5 times 4 is 20, so that's plus 120. All right. And at this point, you can do, your first step is up to you. I could get rid of 66x. I could get rid of a negative 132. I could get rid of 24x, or I could get rid of positive 120. I'm going to get rid of that 24x. I'm choosing the smaller of the x values just so I can avoid having a negative x, but it doesn't really matter. So this 24x is held by addition or subtraction, so the opposite operation is achieved by using the opposite sign of this term. This is a positive 24x, so underneath it I put negative 24x. I have to do the same thing on each side. Alright, so we've got our bring down your 42x, and this will be bring down your equal sign. And now we want x by itself, so let's get rid of that 42. Keep a better eye on my screen here. I know what I could do. I could zoom out a little. That's what I'll do. Alright, so let's get rid of the 42. It's held by multiplication. The opposite operation is division. Well, this side cleans up fast. 42 goes into 42 once, so that's 1x. And for this, we'll have to do a little bit of work. So we'll do it right here. And it certainly won't go into 25. Let's ignore the 2. So we'll say 40 into. Actually, the easiest way is say, how many times does 4 go into 25? Ignoring the trailing digits here. 4 goes into 25 6 times. Would be 24. So I'm going to try 6. So up here, let's see what happens. 42, that's 12, 24, 25. Well, look at that. 252 exactly. So this is your solution. Okay.